Previously on Game Nexus Mame Reviews. Of course, the biggest problem with Denjin Makai 1 at the moment of this recording is that there currently isn't any sound in the game, so basically all you could do is play it without sound. And now the conclusion. Hello and welcome to another Game Nexus Mame Review. Today we're going to be taking a better look at Denjin Makai. Here's your intro. Take a look. And of course, if you didn't guess by the bit in the beginning there, this game now features sound. Unlike when I talked about it back in 2008, December to be exact. Back then, there really wasn't any sound at all. The only thing you would actually hear, as I had mentioned in that video, is a couple of grunts and sounds. And now, this is something I didn't notice when I first played it, but there's a lot of destructible pieces like that car there and these cans. And there, of course, is our enemies known as Sniper, which I still find weird. Although that character sprite later on in the game is used with a gun. And I don't know why in my other video, the original video, why those machines there, I called them slot machines for some reason. But what they're really supposed to be is your as we call them, the crane machines, or as in Japan, as they call them, the UFO catcher. And what's actually kind of cool is later on, I think I just mentioned this, but later on in the game, this character model actually does feature a gun. And when I first noticed that you could actually destroy the vehicles, I definitely thought of Street Fighter 2. When you were beating up the car. That still will always be an iconic thing from when I was young playing video games. The beat up the car in Street Fighter 2, and usually I'd want to play that as Chun-Li or E-Honda, since they had the really quick, the quick kick that she had, and then the really quick slap that E-Honda had. And I'll just show you what Makai looks like here. In I don't know if it's just the game or if I just wasn't all that great at it, but Makai plays a lot better in this game, and that's another dynamic that I never noticed until playing this again, is that each character not only has their standard moves, like they can punch, they can there's two buttons. One is attack, one is jump. If you just do your normal attack, like he just did right there, he'll do like a quick combo. You can combine jump and attack to do many different kinds of moves, like that back body drop type thing I did there. I think that was a suplex. I don't know. I haven't watched wrestling in ages, honestly. And then if you push both of the buttons together, most character will do a twirl, just like you saw Makai do there with the tornado blaster, I think it called it. And then there actually are a few other moves that each character has. Like, for instance, if you double press the attack button, if you double press forward, they will run, just like in most games. And if you press both of the attack and jump button at the same time while running, they have another move. Like I think Makai here has a some sort of punch where his fist flames up. And then there's another move that Makai and the purple-haired girl have, is they will if you're running and you press the punch button slightly before you press the jump button, they'll do a they'll like shoot a fireball out of their hands. And then what's her name? The blonde-haired girl, Io, she doesn't have the same blast move that the other two do. She just has a, when she runs and you press the two buttons together, her, what's it called, her mace there will throw a fireball. And here's the purple-haired girl I was mentioning, who's Kurokishi. And if you had seen my Denjin Makai 2 Guardians review, which was posted slightly before the Denjin Makai Ghost Case of Denji video that I'd referenced in the beginning, she was in Guardians, but she had blonde hair instead for some reason. And if I remember right, in the Super Famicom Ghost Chaser Denji, this robot is actually really hard. Although it's not exactly easy here. Here's Belva, the robot. In the Super Famicom game, you get Makai, Io, and Belva here as your 3 selectable characters. Sadly, all the other characters, like Kurokishi, the weird wolf-type looking dude, and the wrestler-looking guy are not in it. And this is another thing that didn't happen in the Super Famicom game was, once you destroyed this robot, the bottom of it didn't jump around like this. And I think that's cool how Belva runs, is if you double tap the move left or right button, he will just like rocket from his back. And between each mission, this guy like gives you some sort of briefing. Of course, since I can't read enough Japanese yet, I really still can't understand what he's saying. And I didn't mention it when you were seeing this on your screen, but if you had seen back in the sewer level, in the Super Famicom level, in the Super Famicom Ghost Chaser Denshi, all the water was just there was really no water. It was just like a sewer without water. And in this game, of course, the full water that you jump and splashes. I think that's cool that one of them was called Valkyrie Amazonis. So they do come up with a bunch of names here. And as you see that, I think that said it was the bare knuckle. That was the move that Belva here does if you're running and you tap both buttons at the same time. Now here's that guy I was telling you about. He looks like a wrestler. It's like Tanukushu. Those guys are stealing something, we don't know what, and he kind of gets them. And now you have to fight in this big truck. And that's his standing still move, how he pounds the ground like that. And anyone who's on the screen will get hurt from that. And just like in Guardians, or even in Ghost Chaser Denshi, you can pick up weapons and shoot guns and stuff. I don't know if you saw it a little while ago. I'll probably end up doing it again in this gameplay, but that move that he does where he does the pile driver, that's his run and press both buttons move. And when I first saw that, immediately what I thought of was M. Bison, or of course if you're Japan, Vega, and his Psycho Crusher. Of course, if you played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project for the original NES, Raphael did a pile driver like that. And I'm guessing these shovels, you could use them on your enemies, but it seemed like whenever I'd get the opportunity to do it, the enemy would hit me. And here's Io. And as I'd mentioned, she was in the Super Famicom version, which was called Ghost Chaser Denshi. And that right there, as you saw, I did right there with the fire coming out of her mace, was the run and press the buttons move. And this is the introduction to these robots. You'll see a lot of these robots during the game, and some of them even like shoot at you and do all kinds of crazy stuff. So they try to make it enough original that it doesn't really get boring after playing the game for, actually, in this gameplay here, I'm not showing you in this main review, but I may upload it as a separate video. But in this gameplay, I actually beat the whole game, and my gameplay took about an hour, I'd say. So through the hour of gameplay, they actually varied it enough, in my opinion, to make it a enjoyable experience. But this is the another boss here, Shiden, who, if you played Dead or Alive series, you will know is the same name as Kasumi and Hayate's father, and he's a playable character in that game once you unlock everybody else. But this is just, I guess they just figured it's this ninja guy who could make like a lot of versions of himself in possibly every possible color of outfit here. And it seems like they all do something different, so it did get a little crazy here, hence why it took me long enough to beat them. And there goes Io. And here's the final character, Zeldia, who he's some sort of like wolf or something, or robot. I'm honestly not really sure what he's supposed to be. There's his cell needle, and then he had that rolling attack where he's rolling, and that's his run and press both of the buttons. So, of all the characters, I'd still have to say that the Makai, Kurokishi, Io, and of course Belva, they're my favorites. Zeldia and the weird wrestler looking dude are alright, but a lot of times if there's a lot of enemies on the screen, their special moves don't really hurt the enemies as much. And I know I'd mentioned that in the Ghost Chase Denji video, where if you stand still, your character kind of goes on fire for a little while there. And what's actually going on there is your special meter, which is the one underneath your life meter, when you stand still, that recharges, and it makes your character kind of go on fire like that. So, yeah, I finally did figure out what that is. I'm guessing this thing over here would blow up if you kicked it enough, but I figured I'd leave well enough alone. And it's weird how, like, Shiden, after being so crazy, he was just, like, trying to run away there. I have no idea why. I find it funny how it says Joy in the top right corner, since I have an extra credit in there right now. And then it turns to, hey, come on, fight with me, I'm the strongest. It's just cool how it's kind of like goading you on. And then this is the character that I finish him off with. I've finished it off with Makai here. And that was the Sonic Blaster, what I'd mentioned that him and Kurokishi do. If you slightly press the attack button before you press the jump button when you're running, they'll both do that move. And that kick move, I honestly have no idea how to do. But yeah, Denjin Makai, excellent game, much better now that it has sound. I would really highly recommend this to any fans of beat-em-up arcade games, and especially fun if you can find another player to play with. Well, this has been another Game Nexus Mame review, and I shall see you later.